couple of games here from Gaming Gear EU. Congratulations, Mazarin. So, in the beginning of the first game, that misfortune was really dominating you guys. Was that the nerves? You got that under control? And how did you contain them?
We lost the first team fight because of miscommunication, and that was kind of it. And then we were losing before we initiated ourselves and killed the misfortune, and that happened over and over later.
But then you got the nerves under control and a great victory. Tomorrow in the finals, you will meet Instruments of Surrender. Do you know the players on that team? Do you know the team? And how good do you think they are?
Yes, I know them, and we all know them, and we scrimmed against them and also played against them in the first qualifiers to this tournament. And they're about our level, I think. And yeah, that's it.
Can you beat them?
Yes, we can, of course. It can go either way.
Okay, thank you very much and congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Great cast on the day. I am joined by Matt after a fantastic win over TSM, an 0-2 week to now a 2-0 week. And it seems like something changed, an almost perfect game here. Why is the flow going so well for you guys?
I think, yeah, it's just, as a team of mostly rookies, we have 3 rookies on our team. So I think the past, I guess, 7 weeks, we've just, you know, kind of got the experience to get into the groove of just playing on stage, and yeah, I think we did well for the past 7 weeks.
Well, it's definitely starting to prove the results on the W column. Looking at a game tomorrow, and actually all of your games coming up the next 4, there's always a middle-of-the-pack team and one of the top-tier teams. Next week, it's actually going to be CLG as that top-tier team. How are you guys feeling about that matchup that they just took down Immortals?
Personally, I'm pretty excited. Because my goals is, yeah, to be on top, like in a top 2 position at the end of the season. So I'm not scared about playing against any other top teams for the rest of the split. Very, very confident moving forward.
The game here shows it. I got a final question for you, more of a personal one. You've been in that bot lane with Piglet now for the entirety of the split. How has it actually been playing with a former world champion and kind of learning from that and getting experience?
So there's, yeah, like having a world champion as your partner. I wouldn't say it's stressful. It's kind of like it's pretty much on me to mess up. Like it's not really Piglet's gonna mess up. It's I'm gonna mess up. So I have that sort of pressure, but it's definitely the best situation for me to get better as a player. So eventually I'll just be able to get to Piglet's level, and that's what I'm aiming for. Well,
it really seems like the synergy has been going up and up ever since the start of the split. Congratulations on the win. Best of luck next week.
Iboy from EDG, who is playing like an absolute monster, and that for a rookie. Iboy, how is it that you're able to play with so much confidence on the world stage?
所以艾博，你今年作为一个新人来到世界舞台上，你是怎么能够这么镇定，打到这么厉害呢？
因为我对环境是不会受到什么影响的，不管是大赛还是大赛也好 ，LPL 也好，都不会受什么影响吧。
I don't get affected by the environment surrounding me, whether it's LPL or if it's Worlds.
Well, it is super impressive so far, but for the team last week was not good with a 0-3. You're doing really well right now. What changed coming into this week that you guys are playing so much better?
你们在上周小组赛当中表现的并不是很好，那你们在这个周末里面做一些什么改动，让你们这周能够打得如此出色呢？
只要不拿卢锡安都可以。
As long as we don't pick Lucian, I think we're good.
Sense of humor as well. And then finally, not picking Lucian will maybe be important in that last game of the day versus SKT. It is so important, Iboy. Outside of not picking Lucian, how are you guys going to beat SKT?
你们接下来将要对战 SKT， 然后这也是至关重要的一局，你们将会如何去准备？怎么能够应付 SKT 呢？
看了第一场 AHQ 打 SKT 之后，我们自信心提升了很多，感觉他们状态不是很好，我们最后一场还是挺有机会的，而且中间也有 SKT 的2场，也有 SKT 的1场比赛，也可以看一下。
After watching the first game of SKT playing against AHQ, we realized that they're not doing so well today. So we have a huge confidence boost that we might be able to do well. And also, there's going to be another game against SKT against C9 later. We can also watch them, and hopefully do well.
All right, cool. Well, we're looking forward to that. Thank you very much, iBoy. Fantastic performance and lovely interview. We're going to take a quick break, but we will be right back with more.
Welcome back, everybody, to week 2 of the North American LCS, and we have a bit of a special interview right now because we have the Odd One and Maple Street, or as y'all would like to call it, the Wiley clan, invading the LCS. How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Sorry about the loss, Maple Street, unfortunately. Brothers have to fight each other sometimes. But I do want to talk about your relationship a little bit. How did you both get into League of Legends in the first place?
So I used to play a lot of StarCraft and Warcraft 3. Then I started playing a lot of Dota. I think he started playing a lot of Dota too, as well, yeah. And then I got into League because a friend told me about this beta for his cool game called League of Legends. I was like, okay, I'll try it. Got pretty good, and yeah, here I am. But I didn't even know he played League of Legends until like I saw him on the ladder, and then he said he was my brother. So I'm like, either this guy's a weirdo or my brother actually does play this game and I don't even know.
So by the time you started playing, were you already living in the TSM gaming house, and how did you just not think to tell him until you're high ranked?
Well, I started playing a year ago, and then because that was the first time I had a computer that would run League at more than like 15 FPS, so that was good. And like 6 months ago, I got to a diamond or so, and then I was like, oh, hey Brian, it's Ainsley. So then he like checked his iPhone on stream because he told me to email him. He was like, oh damn, it's actually him.
Wow, so that's the verification to check if you're actually brothers. Don't call on the phone, text in game, and then find it out. I mean, how much longer have you been playing the game than your brother?
Probably a couple years or so, because I've been playing since open beta, since the days of like WCG 2010, so it's been a while.
And what was it like, obviously, Maple Street, coming up through the challenger scene, knowing your brother was already like this successful pro? I know there was this moment of Game Cribs when you're at MOG and you're just like gleefully watching your brother like dominate one of the MOG games. Can you talk to me about what it was like watching your brother rise up?
I thought it was pretty cool. Like, I didn't think that he'd rise so fast. Like, I didn't even realize he was in Diamond at that time. But it was pretty awesome, like, that he could actually be at LCS with me. So we had more time together, I guess, and stuff like that. So I didn't expect it to happen, but it did. So it's pretty amazing that he's here.
And from your end, what was it like?
I don't know, I'm always being compared, so. But I was just focused on my own game, trying to get to the highest level of play, since I was actually like motivated from TSM losing to Azubu Blaze at the time at the MOG Summer Arena. I was like, dang, I want to beat these Koreans one day.
Everybody, welcome back to the show. Freak here with Lemon Nation and Balls from the victorious Quantic Gaming. So first of all, you guys are in the LCS. How's that feel?
Really good.
Oh no, it's just super great.
Yeah.
Really great.
Are you prepared to be pro gamers already, or is it still sinking in?
We've been practicing like a lot of scrims, and we're like just prepared for this. Like we're just like we already knew like.
You already knew?
Yeah, we just knew.
I think this will be a lot more intense than the LCS will be.
Really?
Like, getting into this, like this match itself was just so much pressure. Now that we're in the actual games during the LCS, can't be this as much. Like,
So you're just gonna slack off now?
yeah.
Just easy from here on out?
We're going winning nothing.
0-28, that's your start?
That's our goal.
All right, so let's take a step back and talk about the road you guys took to get here. So we'll start with the old Quantic squad that you were on Elimination, or I guess Cloud9 back in the day. You guys didn't make it through groups.
We did not.
How do you feel when you're like a favorite and you like, what does that do to you?
It was very depressing. We were joking about suicide.
Okay. Balls, you got a similar story. Your team didn't quite make it to the LCS. What kind of kept you going and striving for the next season?
Well, me Playground was like just Lemon got my support. He just like wanted to make it to LCS, and like if he didn't make it, he would have like just go to college. And yeah, I was just gonna kind of just go to college, but he just asked me, and I was like, okay. So I was like, yeah.
So how's the transition to being a top lane going for you?
It's going good. I like top lane. Like, I really like to play AD, but since they asked me to join as a top laner, and Turtle was the AD too, and Turtle is really good. So I was like, okay, I'll play top lane for that team.
How hard is it to transition into a new role on a new team as well?
It wasn't that hard for me since I played top lane for like a long time. And playing as an AD carry, like I know what an AD can do, and like playing every role just helps for me, like to see what they can do and stuff.
So coming into this match, you played against Nick Wu. You fought against him directly in Game 1 and Game 3. How did those lanes go for you?
I just kind of went to scrap and see what he does. Like that's just how I play, like really aggro. And yeah, it's worked out.
So then what's your, I'm not going to ask record, but what place are you going to finish in the end of the summer split, 1 through 8?
8th.
Winning scrim records, finishing 8th.
Yes.
Yep. Pretty much.
That's our plan.
That's our plan.
Yeah.
Plan for 8th. All
Just want to get in, pretty much.
We're done now.
Goes through the season. No scrims.